Hello friends, so welcome back to the channel. My name is Lawrence. If this is your first time here, today we are considering whether it is good or it is okay for Seventh-day Adventists or for us to rent out our church buildings to non-Adventists and vice versa. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Today we're not going to waste time. We're going to go straight to the point. First of all, what is the meaning of renting out a property? So a dictionary has it that renting out a property means to allow the possession and use of property in exchange for money. So renting out a property is a business activity mostly done for profit. So let's come back to the question. Is it okay or is it good for Adventists or for Christians to rent out their church buildings to other Christian denominations? I have not found in the Bible where the early Christians rented out their church property, or I have not seen anywhere in the Bible where the early Christians went out and rented church building. At the initial stage of Christianity, the early Christians were worshiping or they were meeting in the Jewish temple, especially in Jerusalem. They were meeting in the Jewish temple. And later, the Jews expelled the Christians from their temple. So until the Christians had their own temple or their own special dedicated place of worship, they were meeting in homes. Today, Christians do rent out their church buildings to other denominations. Churches use the act of renting out their church building to other denominations as a way of having an additional stream of income. That is what is happening. But I think that is not good because God provides for his church through the benevolent donations of the members. God did not give his church the permission to be in rental business. Also, some Christians rent out their church buildings as an act of helping other Christian denominations who have lost their church buildings to fire or any other thing. That sounds good, but I think if you really want to help others in need temporarily as a church, you don't enter into business agreement with them and you don't make profit out of them. Now, let's look at what the Seventh-day Adventist Minister's Handbook says about renting out our church buildings to non-Adventists or to any other. All right, let's look at it. It says, from time to time, Adventist congregations find it necessary to rent facilities. Given that Adventist use of the church building falls primarily on Saturday, the opportunity exists for shared use with those who use church facilities primarily on Sunday, renting either from or to such groups. While renting facilities from other churches may be a useful stopgap for Adventist congregations in transition, for the long-term members usually see this as an unsatisfactory arrangement. Over time, the desire and convenience of owning one's own church building usually brings the congregation to the decision to obtain their own property. However, if another church group in the community has lost their place of worship, allowing or even inviting them to rent the church for a period of time may be the Christian thing to do. In such circumstances, every part of the rental agreement should be clearly stated in a legal binding document signed by the renters and by the conference officer in charge of the properties. An approval from the conference should be received. Counsel from the conference attorney should be sought in preparation of these documents. Rental income may be taxable under certain circumstances. Be certain that the church insurer knows about this rental agreement and has insurance policy coverage. Renters also must obtain renters insurance to cover the possibility of an accident while they are renting the property. long-term rental of church buildings to other churches or organizations should be approached cautiously. The practices and reputation of some groups may adversely affect both the comfort level of the congregation and the perception of the community. So that is what is found in the Seventh-day Adventist Minister's Handbook, page 150. All right, and I think this is the 2009 version or so. All right, but personally, what I think is that God's house should not be used for business. That is what I think personally. If we want to help others who are in need temporarily because they lost their church building or something happened to their church building, we may allow them to use with specific guidelines and then share cost with them. And when I say cost, I mean maintenance cost, power cost or electricity cost, and other expenses as a result of use. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching. My name is Lawrence, and see you next time.